I will start recording again. I think it's recording. Yeah. So before we begin, okay, yes, one thing I need to do actually. I need to show you guys. This is the channel that I was talking about. Okay. Present automation named, and we have uploaded the two videos, the day 2 and day 3 right now till here on this channel. Not the day 1. I didn't had the day 1 recording actually. So day 1 I skipped. So from day 2 onwards, there are two videos in this right now. Okay. So just go through it. Just check that on the channels. Okay. If something is error, I will tell them that to revise. I don't know why there are 5 videos showing. So I will check that and I will ask them. I have not checked that yet. And I have also listed this in this cannot minimize Zoom when recording this meeting. Okay, what nonsense. So this is what here it is. This is the present channel link that I have given. So make sure you go like, share, and subscribe. I will show you other things also. There are various other programs also on. This is on free actually. We have keep on uploading, like on image recognition that we talked about in the very first video. This is a very basic video. We are showing more videos into it. Then this is Rasa tutorial bot also into that. Means I also shown you a small simple chatbot. Here in this video series, I am actually creating various types of chatbots from scratch, from day 1. If you know nothing, from day 1, I'm preparing that. But Python programming is small bit necessary into this. And I haven't discussed the installation into this. Then this another series where we are working on an NLP. This is a simple one single video where we actually discuss if someone has a job description, some company has a job description and your resume, then they score your resume based on the job description. So it's just discussing there. All the codes also to these are available on my our GitHub profile. So go through and check that. If you can share the channel, and it's better for you guys. Okay. We will keep on uploading the videos here. So that's the thing I wanted to show you. In case you something miss in this workshop or something, you can see the recorded session like here also. So we will keep on uploading that. So let's start from where we left actually with a little bit of revision. We discussed the Python basic command yesterday. We discussed print command, type command, abs, bin, bool, float, int, dot format, help, input, len, round, and str commands. I have always mentioned that this print, type, len, dot format, help, input, these commands will be very much essential while programming in the later stages when you start coding on your own. And these abs, bin, bool, float, int, round, str, these are the obviously known commands. I also told you that these are other certain commands that will become handy in you, like range, par, octant value, hexa value, max, min, and getting the character or ASCII, these kind of things. I skipped the dictionary and AIR other things, so you can learn these things on your own. I expect that these things on your own. And if you get any error, just let me know that yes, I tried this, but I had this issue or something like this. So let me know that. Okay. Let me open up the. There are certain people left actually. You cannot do this. So let me pause recording. Resume recording. There are. I cannot see this. About. Okay. This is what we need. And pop out. This is also what we need. So you cannot do this. Okay. So we have this and we have this. Okay. I don't know why it is saying today that we cannot do this. So that's why I tell you that just join at 3. It's 3:15 and people are still joining in. This is not a good activity. So please share screen. I cannot see. Yeah, I'm sharing this thing. You guys can't see my screen right now.
Yes sir, screen seen नहीं हो रही है.
Oh, sorry. Now you can see my screen, right?
Yes sir, yes.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, that's what I thought, that what is happening today, that I cannot give this, get this. So this is what I was talking about. This is the channel where we upload videos. This is your Python tutorial classes. I don't know why there are 5 videos. I will check myself, and you can also check. I have mentioned these on, this is what is happening, stopping share. Okay. I have mentioned this link on the shared notes file. You can check that from there also. And there also we are keep uploading the other videos also, like this is on image recognition, this is on chatbot, this is on resume predictor. Also we have certain videos on stock price prediction that are not uploaded yet. We are actually a bit slow into this kind of activity, so we doesn't do a lot of digital promotion and other kind of things. So first things first, now let's get back to the place which where we were earlier today. Okay, so this is what we learned yesterday. The built-in commands, I told you already, that print, type, format, input, len, these help. These commands are very much handy. Also the bin, bool, float, int, around str we checked. These are the common commands, and I have told you that you should actually check more of the built-in commands, and if any of the built-in commands comes handy, or if any error occurs, you can directly ask me in that someplace. Okay, either in the WhatsApp group, or you can message me. Whenever I will get time, I will get back to you. Okay, or we'll discuss on the very next day. Then we discussed about the variables. We discussed one thing, that how the variables are defined and what are the limitation and definition of a variable. Like what names that we cannot give it to the variables. Can anyone tell me? Remember it? Can anyone tell me what was the not a keyword? Achha. And there were 5, I remember. Where so not start with a number, not start with digit, variable not start with number. This was the first one. All the 3 of you. With spaces not allowed. Asta, very good. It should be special symbol also. Yes, dollar sign was there, and we particularly mentioned only use underscore. Yes, instead of a white space, you should use underscore instead of it while defining variables. We will get back to the screen again. So we discussed this, that how the definition is done. We discussed this, that int and float type we're going to discuss much. Long and complex type we will not discuss too much, because this is actually finally that happens is that long and complex types are basically used mostly into the wider variation of mathematics that is not essentially required in our curriculum in the beginner level. When we will learn data science or something kind of thing, definitely long and especially the complex type will come handy. There are certain times it is required. It is just mathematics, nothing else. So we discussed the int and the float type of variable. We discussed their examples also, and we discussed the string type also. We discussed the string operand also. We discussed that what we can add strings together, but we can subtract strings together. We discussed the strings as a list, like we discussed a is equal to hello, and a is equal to hello, and then we discussed that if we print a square bracket 0, then we will get what h only. If we will print a colon 2, then we will get he only. Okay, so because it starts behaving as a list, but we didn't discuss list. Hopefully today we will discuss that list today. Yes, we are special characters are not here. Every value is, in the Python as a data type. Yes, we discussed this on the previous scene. This is the thing which we were talking about. We cannot have a number in the starting. We cannot have a white space. We cannot have a apostrophes. We cannot have a hyphen. We cannot have a dollar character in it. Okay. So this is all we can think of. Although the valid names includes that we can start from an underscore, it could have an underscore in between, it could be in capital letter, in small letter, it could have a toggle spaces, camel toe spaces. This all kind of spaces can be there. Okay. Then we discuss Boolean in short actually also. Then we left there that we will start from Python operators. Okay. So basically there are 7 types of operator: arithmetic, assignment. Now we are starting with the class of today. Okay. Till now, if you have any questions, you can write down in the chat, and I will get back to it. So we will start with fastly now. We need to reach certain spaces now. So we can't be slow. We still have not, after 3 days, we still have not reached least. Okay, so means these variables will take, if 7 days, then how are we gonna learn this? Okay, the entire week we cannot go on for this. We have to reach a certain space. I already told you I want that after this whole 20-22 days, whatever, how many days are there, after that, if something you go from here, it's not just the knowledge, it's something creative also. Okay, so Python divides the operators into these following groups. Basically we're gonna discuss the mostly about arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators. Identity, membership, and bitwise you learn on your own. If you have any issues, just let me know, but these are mostly used in the advanced classes. So we will focus mostly on arithmetic operators, assignment operators. People are still coming in. I think I need to inform Nishant sir and Neha ma'am that people do join until I don't know, this is 3:22. So what is this? So we will discussing arithmetic operator, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators. Be handy with your laptops and computers, because today we wanna do something on your own also. I will not be guiding, and you're gonna tell me the results. It will be an interactive session again. Okay. So identity, membership, and bitwise we will skip. Some of the smaller ones I will show, and I will hope that you guys give me the answer of some of them. Okay. So what are arithmetic operators? Obviously simple ones. Let's go to the next screen and can see that. Sorry. Yes. So obviously positive operations, we have this, we have added 2 plus 2. We even added 2 strings. Yes, we added 2 strings. Then we subtracted 2 numbers also. We cannot subtract 2 strings. We discussed that already. We discussed the multiplication and division. Multiplication, division also doesn't work for strings. Obviously strings cannot be done by this way. Okay. Then 3 more operations, as we can see on the screen, is that is modulus, exponential, and floor division. What does they do? The first one, modulus, what does it do? If 2 percentage 3 is written, or 3 percentage 2 is written, what will be the output?
Sir, it shows the remainder.
It shows the remainder. Great. Obviously, very good, very good, very good. It will give the output 1. What about exponential? If 2 into 5, what will be the output?
32.
32. Exactly. And what is floor division? INT value results in INT. Floor division gives results in INT. Oh shit, shit. I think, shit. You guys can see my screen? Hello? You guys can see my screen? Okay, okay. Fine. Actually, there was electricity gone right now, so I just switched to my phone. So this, yes. What does it gives? If 5/2, what will it give output? 2. Yeah, exactly. So one modulus gives the remainder and it gives the division. Okay. So this is what will be the output. It's simple. Obviously, it's very simple, very easy to understand, very easy to do. But do these things. Let's move to the next one. I will skip this because I actually created this all to actually showcase that to you, that what happens when we do the mathematical operations. So I will skip this. Already you guys know. Those who doesn't understand can let me know in the chat or can say this. Okay. Although this all session will be there, so don't worry, it will be shown to you. Now, how does these operators works? These operators, Python comparison operators. What will be the output of these operators if x is double equal to y? What will be the output? If such understand x is a variable, x is equal to 2, why it will be true? It could be false also, no? Yes, it could be. Basically, these all work as a comparison operators, and these all can be used as a Boolean operator. Understand that it is giving true and false values to you, and these are very handy when we move toward the conditional statements and the loop statements, so that we can we can check the statement in if and else statement. We can end the loops with the help of them, and we can check. True or false it could be, it cannot be only true or false, because I am not given any parameters. Now it is x, what is the value of, what is the value of y? If x is a string and y is an integer, how can the x double equal to y be equal? So what is the parameter? Based on that it gives the true and false value. Suppose x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, then x double equal to means x double equal to y cannot be equal to cannot be equal to y. Okay, we can even do that in your in Jupyter Notebook and check that. This is a very common operators that I actually don't want you to guys to do too much. Just understand this one by one. This is double equals means it is equal. Okay, so we are putting it down that it is equal. Then this is not sign, and then equal sign, so it is not equal. This is again simple mathematics. Greater than, this is less than, this is greater than equal to, this is less than equal to. This is simple mathematics. As the mathematics works the same ways these operators works. There's no difference into that other than this double equal to. Okay, in mathematics there is single equal to. Okay, but here what we do with a single equal, we define the variables. Okay, we make the variables, we define the variables values. Okay, now these are certain other ones. What will be the output of them? Can you guys tell me the output of these one by one? Like x divided by 3 divided by equal to 3, what will be the output? Yeah, तो बगल में ही लिखा है. I forgot to hide this actually. It's written in just behind that. So and this is also, this is what x. We can write this statement in short like this. We doesn't need to write this much. We actually can write this in shortcuts. These are pretty much shortcuts that are used in the industry right now. That by that method actually we save certain computation speed and others. It will be very handy when you start doing that. Okay, so this is this is again same ways. It means this: if there are 2 into signs and equal to, then it is x 2 into 3. If it instead of 3 it will be 4, it is just going to do the exponential operations. Now these are what x and equals to is equal to x and 3. What does it means? Yes, someone raised your hand. You say, ask. These and then the next one. What does it mean? Last 5 you guys can give me answer for the last 5. Yeah, do it in the Jupyter Notebook, but let give me the answer. Suppose x is equal to 2, then x, this in, I'm talking about this one, this where my arrow is. Suppose x is equal to suppose x is equal to 2, then what will be the output of this? Converting to binary of x and 3 and perform adding. False. One is saying false, one is saying x plus 3, one is saying x. 33. Shall we do it on the Jupyter notebook? No one has done it on Jupyter notebook yet. Putting x is equal to 2 and doing this. You would have got the output. My goodness, it's 3:30 and people are still joining in. Let's go and let's do it here. What was the statement? X is equal to 2. You can see this. We need to do this. X is x and 3. We need to do this either this way or this way. We need to do this just. What is the output? Two. Why? What is this operation? I'm asking this operation. What is this operation? I'm asking about this operation. I'm asking about this. The next one. I'm asking about this next one. Next one is obviously exponential. What do these means? This is a task. Note it down. These 5. I need to know what these operations do, and tomorrow just let me know. I just wanted to do it yourself today, but you did it even, but you doesn't have an answer. I hope you remember some sort of things that I have to bitwise. Stop guessing. Aziz, don't guess. I think various of you are from second year. Sir, first last two one is shifting operand. Okay. Do it on your own. I'm waiting. I will check the results. Whatever. Okay. 0 1 and operation 11. The result is 10. That is 2. Bitwise and operation. First of all, you when you answer, just let me know. Like Abhishek mentioned that it is 0 1 means the first case he's answering to. Perfectly is answering. Go on, go. Just do it. Bitwise shift operation. Bitwise and operation. Which one is bitwise shift operation, Aman? Last two. Great. Yes. Last two are bitwise shift operations. The second one is actually bitwise OR operation. The first one is bitwise AND operation that he mentioned actually very clearly. He explained it very clearly. It's AND operation 11 and the result is 10. That is 2. Explained it very clearly. What does an AND operation do? And an OR operation do that you read in the classes, right? Yes, again Abhishek has written that's x is equal to 2, that is 0, 1, and operation, and x is equal to 3, that is 11. Result is 10, that is 2. Exactly. This is how you should understand the code in depthly. Okay. So these all are sorry sir, 10. Sorry, result is 10. That's true. Then then let's move towards this. Those who have an issue with this can try these at your home, okay, and let me know if you have any issues understanding this. These are simple mathematical operations that we learn in, I think, in now in 10th or 11th classes. Okay, this is AND operation, this is OR operation, and others. This is just the symbol of it. Okay, let's move towards the next class because half of the class has already been we have taken to this. We have to reach to the list today. Okay, so do it yourself. Try these all. It will be there on the in the training, means the video uploaded. So try these all, or search for it on the Google and just Google it and do it. Okay, understand it. Okay, so if any issues come or doesn't come also, I will discuss it tomorrow. Okay, so that you can learn what you know, like Abhishek discussed and told very beautifully about these two. Okay, do that for the shift operation. What does a shift operation do? I can go in a very in-depth analysis till microcontroller, because my electronics is way better than my coding skills, I must tell you. Okay, I'm an electrical engineer. uh, 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 I passed out as an electrical engineer. My electronics is super. Okay, I tell you this to myself, still my coding is not that much, so I can go to any in-depth analysis for that, for the shift operators and others. But I'm asking you to do that so that you at least learn something after this class. Okay, so if after that, if something in your understanding doesn't understand, and even I will tell you a brief details about it tomorrow. If doesn't understand, we will discuss it. Okay, then these are logical operators. Again, it's very simple: and, or, and not operation. There are three operations that we can do. Suppose x is less than 5 and x is less than 10. Returns true if both statements are true. This is all that is. This is as simple as that. If x is less than 4 or x is less than 5, returns true if one of the statement is true. Means any of this. Or means any of this. And means both of this should be true. And not operation reverse the result and returns false if the result is true. If this statement is true, it will return the false statement, reverse the result. Okay, just to reverse the statement, we can put and or both into this. Anyone have this any issue? You can do it also if you want, but it definitely works as a boolean operator, you can say, giving the results as true and false. Very much widely used again in conditional statements and loops. To means like, I want the loop to stop if this statement turns wrong, and I want the loop to keep going on if this statement is true. Okay, so we use these operators in the loops and in the conditional statement. We will discuss this when the loops will come, when the other operators, means loops and conditional operator like if else, elif statement, this also will come. Remember, there is a small guidance over the, in the future classes. There is no else if here, there is elif in Python. Okay, shortcut word. So Python always use shortcuts. So till now, what we have learned, we have understand the Python integer and floats. We have understand the strings. We understand the Boolean and the none type also. And we did the arithmetic operator in the variable types. Correct? Is there anyone having any issue? I'm waiting in the chat. Is there anyone having any issues understanding till now? Or I will move forward in a minute, because I want to reach to the lists today. I mean, understand list today. Understand what is list dictionary. Some people were saying sets. There is another one called tuples. Anyone has any questions? No. Okay. So great. Till now we have discussed this much. Now we move towards this era which is widely used, from where your assignments will start coming on, and it is means we will do certain example. We will trick yourself and we'll try to judge your results. Okay. So try to understand the codes from now onwards. Okay, this is very important. Till now we have just defined the variables as integer or float or string types or boolean types or something, but now we will practically use them. This is how these are the steps by how we start learning the future code, okay, for data science and other things. So let's move towards the next one. There will tuples named also. Sets are also there. So let's understand there are four types of these data types. So one is least. One is least. Uh, Least has a definition. We can call it as it is ordered. Its values can be changed and can have a duplicate members. Then there are tuples, which is again ordered but not changeable. Their values cannot be changed. Then they can also have duplicate members, means there can be two same values members into it. Then there are dictionaries which are not ordered, means there is no order in which the data is written into that. Their values are also changeable. See, unlike a dictionary, tuples values are not changeable, but in dictionary you can change the values. We will understand it. We are just overviewing this. This whole will come on the screen after we have discussed least, dictionary, tuples and sets individually. Okay, so this all will come eventually to that. I am just have actually discuss the properties of them inside one window screen. Okay, this is all the set of rules that we should know about least, dictionaries, tuples and sets. So in the sets there is only one parameter that can be done, that is changeable. Its values can be changed. Yesterday various of you were saying that this is a set, this is a set, this is a set. So what is the difference between set and a dictionary? We will understand that because there is only one differences, that is it's of indexing. What is indexing? What does it mean? We will understand that. First thing first, we should know the symbols of them. Wherever there is a square bracket and something written inside it, it is a least. Wherever there is a round bracket, something written inside it, it is a tuple. Wherever there is curly bracket, it could be either dictionary or sets. But with their properties, we will differentiate that if it is indexed, then it's a dictionary. If it is not indexed, then it's a set. We will understand this differentiation. We will understand this when we will do the examples. We will open up the Jupyter notebook. Will understand. Anyone? No one has any question on this screen. In the chat, no one has any question from this screen. I don't know. Where should I put? Great. You guys understood what is least? We will start with the least. What does means? What do you think means ordered means? First of all, what are these? These are actually collection of data. Okay, we can call it as a collection. Least is a collection, tuple is a collection, dictionary is a collection, sets are a collection of data. It's not important that the collection should be less than one, more than one. It could be one, it could be more than one also. Now we are setting the properties of it. Least is ordered, means it is in order one by one. Its values are changeable. We can change the value, like whatever is written at the second index, it can be changed there. Can have duplicate member. It can have 2, 3 times, 4 times, 10 times, 1,000 times. It could have least can give the property. And wherever we see a square bracket, what we see is a least. Let's move to the next class, next screen actually. And here we will start doing the hands-on actually. What is a least? Least is a collection which is ordered, changeable. In Python, least are written in square bracket. Do not write it down on your copies. Understand it here. On the screen, you will understand it better. So a least is a collection. Collection means what? Suppose I have a variable x, y, and z. Those whose values are x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to 3. Now, if I put them inside a square bracket, like a square bracket x, comma, y, comma, z, so it becomes a list with 3 variables. Okay. and x can also be 1, y can also be 1, z can also be 1. So there is no differentiation. It could be duplicate numbers. Its values are very important, so we will understand this more in more detail next. So this is what a list is, because it is inside a square bracket. What is what it has? It has three values. One is apple, another one is banana, the third one is cherry. Okay, so we can see this. If it's well, if this if we can say that if something is inside a square bracket, what is it is what it is it is a list, right? So if what we need to understand that how can we get the value of apple, how can we get the value of banana, how can we get the value of cherry if we want. So if we do this, we can say this is indexing. What we are doing, this is at the 0th position. This in the inside the square bracket, apple is at the 0 position, banana is at the 1 position, and cherry is at the 2%. Remember, always indexing start from 0 0 1 2 1 and 2. Okay, but what we actually should call it, we are moving towards the positive direction, towards the right, so we should call it a positive indexing. In Python there is negative indexing also, because sometimes the list will not be containing of only 3 members, it could contain of n number of members, and we want to fetch the data from the back side also. Like we want a check, we want to know the data of whatever at the end of the list is, and we doesn't know how to get that. How will we get that? We can do via negative indexing. What is negative indexing? This is -1. Now it is not starting from 0. Just see, because it started from 0 here. It is -1, this is -2, and this is -3. So if by negative indexing we will ask that suppose this list has a value row 1. So row 1, if row 1 third -3 value is apple, or 0 values, both values are same. Row 1 0 is apple, row 1 -3 is apple, row 1 1 is banana, row 1 -2 is banana, row 1 2 is a cherry, row 1 -1 is also cherry. So why we do this? Why we do this negative indexing? Because list can be of n number. Means suppose instead of 3 we will have 1000 data points. So what we can do is, if we will do negative indexing and do -1, the last one, the 1000th one data we can fetch. Now how can we, do you understand this much? Let's ask you questions now. You guys understand this much? Write in the chat or say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. No, anyone doesn't understand? Any issues? Okay, you guys are super intelligent. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Abhishek, you raised your hand. What happened? Any questions? Okay, no questions, right? So understand this. Again I will repeat this. Row 1 0 is apple, row 1 -3 is apple again. We can fetch the data by the same. But why we do negative indexing? Because the list can be of n number of things. Okay, so let's move forward. And how can we know the value of apple, or means what is written at this 0 position, or -3 position, or 1 position, or -2 position, or 2 position, or -1? We will move towards the Jupyter notebook as well. We will do this in the Jupyter notebook itself, and we'll check that whatever I have shown on the screen is not wrong. So let's do that in the presentation first, and then we will move towards that. Okay, so how can we do that? So currently we have row 1, which has 3 data points. We know this right now, that it has an apple, it has a banana, it has a cherry. Okay, now if we are saying that apple is at 0 position, 1 position, or 2 position, but we doesn't know what is at the 0 position. So what we will do, if we will write like this, row 1 square bracket 0, what it will give? It will give apple. If row 1 underscore 1 we will write, it will give banana. Row 1 underscore 2 we will write, it will give cherry. Now what can we do for the negative indexing? In the negative indexing, just as the same, apple is at -3, it is at -2, it is at -1. We doesn't even know what is written here. Suppose, forget this, there's I don't know. So what we will do is, if we will query this row underscore -3, either it will give error. If it has only 2 members, it will give error. If we will do row underscore 2, it will give banana. If row underscore 1, it will give cherry. Remember this, we cannot do negative indexing from 0. Negative indexing starts from minus and the positive indexing starts from 0. Python follows the mathematics rule. Positive 0 is a positive number, so it follows that specific rules. Okay, so this is how we can get the data from both of the things. You guys understood this again? Obviously, it's very easy. If no one understood that, no, not an issue. I can explain it. You can let me know in the chat. So we have understood this class, so I'm going to delete this. Not an example. Now, we have come to the Jupyter notebook. You can start doing this also. They are also in it. So first we have defining a, sorry, I have written row. It should be the list. Okay. It is a list. Okay. Now we will print that list. It comes with a square bracket. See, the output has a square bracket. So it's a list. Why are they joining at 4 o'clock? Now, again, we have read this positive indexing. We have read this positive indexing. What row 1 underscore 0 will give? Apple. What row underscore 1 will give?
Banana.
Banana. And this what without print, if we will write, what will it give?
Error.
Error? No. No. What no? It will write no. कर लिया होता यार. Banana it can't give. It will give all, full list, plus I have read banana, I have read all, I have read full list, I have read plus, I have read banana. It will give cherry. Finally, Meena Sheikh has done it. Abhi, right now, why not it will print? It printed out. See, it printed out cherry. See, understand that sorry, I meant to say cherry. Yeah, you said cherry, but you actually written banana, so I won't consider this. So understand this. You guys were saying we understand that. Lot of people, those who were understanding, the one who said full list, the one who said all, the one who said banana. First of all, I will ask those banana ones. These all bananas. These all bananas ones. Just how we have not used print. Yes, I will. I actually am coming. We are not use print that is in spite of that it is giving results. I will explain that. Wait, it is a Jupyter notebook thing. Sir, why cherry in this? Yes, I will explain that. Hold on. I will explain everything. First of all, those who were saying that it is banana, again go back to this tutorial. Because of you, I'm gonna explain this again. You were saying you understood everything. 2 means what? 2 means cherry. You again counted this as 1. You again counted this as 2. That's why you guys were saying banana. Those whoever think that the banana should have been the result, first of all, it was entirely wrong. Second of all, let's come to those who were those who were saying that it will give full list. If nothing is written inside, it could have or it could. I'm not saying what is the result. I'm gonna confuse you a bit. If there is nothing written inside the Jupyter notebook, if there is nothing written inside this Jupyter notebook, it could have returned the full list or nothing. It could have. What would have happened there? Again. Yeah, Mohit, I understand that. That's what I'm explaining here. No? I'm teaching that. Yes, Abhishek. What will be the answer of this row underscore empty bracket? Ritik Verma also raised error. Ajiz, you have lots of error. Full list. Invalid syntax. Full list. This is invalid syntax because we are until unless we are not defining any parameters inside a list, we should pass any parameters. This is only valid. This is only valid when we do this. We remove the square bracket. Got it? Now someone was asking, sir, without the print, why is it giving, and without the print, why is it giving this, like in the cherry, why is it giving this double quote, single quotes? I will explain this. I will explain these things one by one. First, I will explain this thing, that why is it giving single quotes here. Understand this thing again very clearly. These are very minute thing. Okay. This 2, it fetch the value of 2. What is the value of this apple? It is 0, it is 1, it is 2. Correct? If we will fetch 0, it will come with this whole line. This whole line. Like including this inverted commas. What does inverted comma, something string written inside is? Suppose I do 2, and in spite of this I will do 0. What will be the answer? I want it to be interactive, but you guys should keep your computers ready. I would have written this. Yes, it will give 2. Now just see, 2 is an integer. In spite of that, 2 is an integer, but it is defined inside a code. Why will it give apple now? Why will it give apple now? Anjali. Why will it give apple now? We have removed apple now. We are asking this as 2. So this 2 is now a string. That's why it is showing that it is a string. If you will like write type and print it out, actually print it, for the type you have to use the print. So it will say it is a str variable. It is a string. But if we remove this, if we remove this, it is an int now. It is as simple because we defined it as an integer inside it, right? So this is as simple. Now there was one more question which was saying that it will give error row underscore 1 this. Why it underscore 1? Why it gave error? Can anyone explain? Sorry, let me go down. Can anyone explain that why it gave error? I already shown you. I will.
Sir, you don't use double quotation on a 2.
Huh?
Double quotation on a 2 are missing, sir.
That are missing, but I am saying why isn't it giving the whole list then? Yeah, empty square bracket, but why isn't it giving? I'm asking you a different question. Understand this. I'm asking that why isn't it printing out the result? Okay, because it's a rule of Python that with the list or with any kind of variable, either you can call the directly the variable, you can have called directly the. Yes, because we have not given the index number, because sorry गलती से type हो गया था. Yes. So I started reading that what this word means actually. So understand this. If we want to fetch the entire list, we should leave it without the parameters. If we want to fetch the particular index, then only we should use this curly bracket and mention the parameter. Okay. Same these all set of rules. Same goes with negative indexing as well. Okay. So let's start doing this for negative indexing. Let's do this for first this one, and then let's start doing this from here again. It from -1 what it we get the last value cherry. From -3 what we will get. Yeah, I got that. I explained that. If anyone has any issue, then let me know. Yes, for this Aziz, it will give 2. There is no apple now. Okay, Aziz, there is no apple now. Apple we have removed. We have now 2. Okay, yes, very good everyone. Now we want to know the type of this. Okay, for this This banana is a str type, right? Now we want to know the type of this whole, what is this row? Okay, so we can also do this by type. I already told you type is a very important function. It will tell us that row is defined as a list. It will tell us it is defined as a str. It will tell us everything. Okay, now next thing, next, what will be the output of this? The last one that you can see.
Banana.
Next, banana, 2 banana. I'm asking about this one, the highlighted one, apple. There is no apple left. In the list, there is no apple. There is only 2 banana and cherry. 2 banana, 2 banana. You are saying 2 and banana will place 2, 2, 2, 3 are 2, 2 and banana, 2. One said apple, so apple is also 2. Only 2, only 2, only 2. Correct. Those who are saying 2, there are various intelligent students here. This is range of indexing. Now, how range of indexing is done, but it will return what? It will return another new list. Just see this. It is inside a square bracket. I will explain this in a bit. So understand this what we do 0 colon 1. So it will not fetch 1. It will fetch 0 till 1. To before 1 there is nothing, so it will only fetch 0. If we had written here 0 colon 2, so it would have fetched less than 2. So 0 1 it will fetch. If we will do 0 colon 3, then it will fetch all the 3, because there is 0 1 and 2. What will happen if we will write here 4? Guys, come on quickly. We need to complete the list today. Same result as 0, 3. 2 banana and cherry. Full list. Full list. Index out of range. Finally, someone did it. Nothing prints the whole list. Whole list with a square. I'm doing it. It does print out the entire list. If we will do 10, it will do it. Correct? Now, let's come to the someone said actually it is index out of range. It is just out of curiosity you are saying that, because there is no 10 here, it should be actually out of range, but it will stop eventually wherever eventually stop wherever the list ends and print out the list till then. Doesn't matter, we put whatever parameter in here. So that way also we can know the length of the string. What we can do, another thing, how can we know the length of this? How can we know the length of this? Type in the command in the chat window. Type in the to hold command. Print like print and something. I want to see who. Wrong. I want the full syntax. Just writing len and it will give the result. And len and one bracket. Okay, Tanishka has done it. Yes, it will be print len row underscore 1. Where Aditya row underscore 1, it should be like this. Yes, exactly like Tanishka did, exactly like Hirshi did, exactly like that. It will be like this, like print len underscore 1. Print round bracket len round bracket row underscore 1, 2 round brackets. Round bracket, 2 round brackets at the end to end the rows. Okay. So I don't need to actually explain. If you have opened a round bracket, so you should end it also. This is a basic rule of anything. If you have started a square bracket, you should end. If you will miss that, you will get the error. Okay, it will say that here it is missing, here it is missing. Python points it out exactly at the place. Okay. Yes, I got that. So same ways we can do negative indexing as well. We can do -3 -1, it gives 2 in banana. It will not print out. See, it didn't print it out what? -3, -1 we have written. It didn't printed out one thing. You are saying cherry and banana. Negative indexing we are talking about, dude. Aman, we are talking about negative indexing. Negative means what? 2 is the first one, banana is the second one, and third one is -1 is, so -3 is 2, -2 is uh, -3 is 2, -2 is banana, and -1 is cherry. But I am asking that here we have written -3, -1. Why isn't he is giving 2 will not print 2? It is printing out. It is written over your screen. You can see it here. It is showing 2. Here the rule changes. With the positive indexing, what we were missing? We were missing the upper cap. Like it's from 0 to 2 we have written. If we have written, just understand from these two lines. Okay, from 0 to 2, so it was giving 0 and 1. Here what it is giving? It is giving -3 and -2. It is not giving -1. So always from this side less than 1 will print. Always from this side. From this side it is written. Yes, yes, raise your hands. Yes, I know this is a bit tough to understand. No, Aman, it is not good enough for some of the people. Who has raised your hand? Tell me. Ritik and Madhu Airwar, ask. You can also talk. Unmuting you. Unmuting you. क्या?
अपने देख
I should mute everyone. People are okay. So I just want to know if anyone has difficulty understanding this. Let's come to the presentation. Let's come here. Let's understand this from here. Okay. I have actually not made anything for this. Okay. Let's understand this from here. If we will do range of indexing, suppose we say row underscore 1 and 0 colon 2. So what will happen is 0, 1 will be printed. Only colon 2 means 2 less than -1 will be printed. Same way with it goes with the negative indexing. It will say -3 colon -1. So it will be printing less than 1 index, but from the negative side, from the -1 side, not from the positive, from the negative side. Okay. Ritik Verma asked the question. You are just raising your hand. Either you can type or something. Two participants raise your hand. Ask the question. No, sir. Okay. There's no question. Finally. So don't keep on raising your hand. Don't keep raising your hand. I understand that raising your hand means you have some certain questions. So what happens is that we as in the positive indexing, it gives a result just less than 1. In the negative indexing also, it gives the result less than 1, but not from this side, from this side always, as from the other side. So it gives indexing from this side only. Okay. The range of indexing works from the right side to left side, right side to left side, right side to left side. Always the rule is same, for either from the negative indexing or from the for the positive indexing. Okay, we have some time. So let's get back here. What will it give? -4, -1. Come on, quickly. 2 and banana. 2 and banana. Yes, it will give 2 and banana. Same goes as we have written here for 10. We written here for 10, but it had only 3 values, so it remember that always. So same goes with here. -3, -2, it will give 2. -2, -1, it will give banana, and if -1 will give cherry. Only this way we can attain cherry. From this way only we can attain cherry. Okay. Got it? Now, what will happen if I do this? -3 colon 0. Will it give cherry? Yes, what I'm asking, na? I'm asking this question. Just answer this. 2 blank square bracket. You all doesn't have a computer, na? Sandeep, Sanskar, Mohit, Brajpal Pawar, Ajiz Lokandwala, you doesn't have a computer? Have least Amit Vela. Sir, I have full list. It will give this. It won't give a full. It won't give error. It won't give error. It will give a blank. It will give a blank one. Now this is another new good question. Why does it give list is giving a blank list here? Why? Anyone can explain this? Let's do another experiment. Let's say I type -1 and 10 here. Okay. To explain now, -3 and 0. That's why what happened? It should it should have printed out till -3 -1. Hirshi, it should have printed out till -3 and -1. So it would have given the whole list. Yeah, why? Bajpal Panwar is cherry. The output is in front of you, Bajpal Power. Let's do this experiment like -1 to 10 in the positive indexing. Let's do -1 to 10. What it gives output? What it is giving? -1 -4 will not work. So there are two questions. We are mixing the range of positive indexing and mixing the range of negative indexing. You can see this. Yes, because of both positive and negative indexing, we are mixing the things. We are mixing the negative indexing with the positive indexing. 0 is a positive integer. That's why it's giving this. Now, what is happening here when we do -1 columns 10 or suppose 3 or suppose 2? What is happening here? If I do this and if I just copy and paste this on 21 and this blank one, just concentrate on these two. What is happening now? -1 to 2, it is giving blank. Like in -1 to 3, it is returning output. What will be happen? What will happen if we do this? Why? This for this -3 to 0. See, Sanskar Negi has given exactly the answer, because both positive and negative indexing we are doing. Yes, because we are giving the both positive and negative indexing. That's why it is giving empty. Okay. Same thing, same answer is going. Value of both -1 and 2 are same. Yes. Yes. The value of -1 and 2 are same. Are you sure? Yes. That's why it is giving the empty array. Now what will be happening here? -1 colon 3. Yes, that's why I'm teaching now. You should note important concepts. If you are learning from someplace else, they will keep out these all things. So why is it happening? -1 and 3. Why is it printing out cherry? So why is it printing out, Tanishka? Why is it printing out cherry? In positive indexing, is there any 3? Positive indexing, is there any 3? And what is at -1? What is at -1? Cherry is at -1. Exactly. Mohit, cherry is at -1 index. That is printing out only the cherry. because for 3 doesn't understand what is happening. We are mixing the range of indexes. 99% of times I know the people will not tell you until you go and do this on your own. Play with your own mind. Means you have to do this. You have to keep experimenting. That's why you will understand. Here also it will give cherry. Or what will happen when I will do -2, -2 and 4? What will be the answer? Banana, banana. दो banana आ गए. There are 2 bananas now. Empty array and cherry. Sandeep, you are saying this. Only C. Banana and cherry. Mohit says banana and cherry. Banana and cherry. Banana. Again, understand that there is no 4. There is no 4. Understand that there is no 4. It will give banana and cherry because from -2 till 4 हमने बोला है. So we have told them that -2, -1 we have to consider. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 we cannot consider because in the positive indexing we are saying only 4. Got this? Got this? Govind, you are saying cherry, but understand that -2 and colon we have written. So it is it will be what? -2 and -1. Colon 4 then we have written. So what it will give? Nothing. Let's do this experiment also. Okay, we will do this experiment also. I don't think so that we will be able to do that today. No, I don't think so. We have this much of time. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this only. Let's do this only. I want to do this today. Okay, so that you guys can go and play with these things. We won't discuss the entire concept of it. What will happen if I delete this? You guys need to play like this with codes. I am just asking you, requesting you guys, you should be able to doing this kind of request. Exactly, it will have the same answer. But why? And what will happen if I remove and do this? Array 4 was removed, Mohit. Now we are talking about doing just this colon and 2, or let's add this another one. Read the statement first. Why we are saying earlier what we used to do? We used to do 0 colon 2. Okay. Then we used to give this, get this result. Now we have removed 0. So in positive indexing, what we can do is we can remove this 0. It will eventually take from 0 until we want to mention it that start from 1. If we will say it start from 1, go till 2, then only it will start from 1. Otherwise, if we remove this 1, it will start from 0. Always it will start from 0. Same goes for here. It will always start from -1. For negative indexes, it will always start from -1. If we want to let it know that no, start from -2, so we have to mention that also in the negative indexing, and that's why we were getting these all results here, these empty indexes and others. This is the reason, this is the law. It will start from 0 in the positive indexing, it will start from -1 in the negative indexing. If you just remember these two laws, in the list you can index any position. It was because of these two laws. That's why we were able to play like this and get multiple outputs. We were mixing the positive and negative index and given different results. Understand this. Let me make you understand this more clearly. Suppose row -3 colon 2. What does it mean? I will not print out the output. I will write this row colon minus 3 this, and I will again write row colon then colon 2. We know that positively it is 0, 1 and 2, there are 3 members, and in negative it is minus 3, minus 2 and minus 1, there are 3 members. Okay, we know for this one which we are playing with, it is 2 banana and cherry. Name error, someone is saying name error. Which one is name error? This one is name error. Okay, why? Achha. Yeah, because I am doing this. I was also on the impression that I have done correct. Yes, that's why I was surprised that she's saying the name error. Obviously, it will row underscore. No, row is not undefined variable. Now, what will be the output? Y. And what will be the output if I put 3? What will be the output of this, and what will be the output of this? Sorry, it will be again 3. Can you see the answers of this and this and this are same? Can you see? And if you join this and this, it is eventually this. हम यही तो लिख रहे हैं ना, हम we are writing this in shortcut. We are writing this here, we are writing this here. We just added these two things, minus 3 colon, and removed its colon and added this 3 here, and this line comes up. Aren't we doing this? That's why it is giving the entire tree, because it either this way or this way it is getting the same result. But when we do 2, what it returns is 2 and banana only, because it is understanding this. It is understanding this only. What if we do 1? We do 1. It is understanding this only. What if we do 0? It will give empty array. What if we do 0? We will get empty array. Can you guys relate, or any issues? Because I am not going to move forward up after this. Is it clear that this is similar thing? Whatever we are doing in the range of indexing, we are doing this here, we are doing this here. We are just joining these two lines into this by making the positive and negative indexing mixed up. Why this method is important, because certain times we will need to get the data of mid of the rows. Means there are, suppose, thousands of data points. We want to get the data of in between, like 500 and 500 point. So how can we get that? That's why we range the indexing. Someone's dog is barking. Can you mute yourself, sir? Mute all. You guys understand this? Yes or no? Those who are saying yes, will have a problem tomorrow. Yes. Anyone know? Sir, doubt. Rishi. Okay. Rishi, keep on asking your doubt. Next ones. Yes, sir. Or no, sir?
Sir?
Yes, ask.
Sir, just like row underscore 1, and you wrote minus 3 and 0. So there is a blank square bracket. And if we do minus 3 and 1, then will there be a single value or two values?
Minus 3 and 1 you want to do. What is coming? It is 1.
So, sir, I think that from my general view. -3 and 1 means only one value to print. -3 -2 and 2 two values, and -3 and 3 three values. Is it like that?
I am saying that this is -3 and -1. Okay, it is equivalent to this. These two are equivalent. This is equivalent to this.
Acha, okay, sir.
Can't you see these two are equivalent? Why? Because till -3 it won't let it go, because it will be truncated at 1. -2 and -1, -2 and -3 values will be truncated, will be cut down by this one. It won't let it get printed.
Okay,
because
sir.
because -2 and -3 has a what value? Has a value of 2 or a 3. If we write this, then only it will come out, na?
Okay, sir. That's what I was saying, sir. I was generalizing it that -3 and -1, -3 and +1, one value. -3 and 2, two values, and -3 and 3, three values.
Do not do mathematics into it. Please do not do mathematics. Please. -3 minus. Otherwise, if you could do -500 and +500, you will get 0. Don't do this mathematics into it. Understand it this way, actually. How the indexing will let it do. Anyone, any other doubt, or I should end the session for today, and we will continue the list for tomorrow with a lot of good assignments. I will put this all in the video, so don't worry. If you have any issues, we can again can see these videos. Any questions, or should I say bye? No questions? Okay, guys, for what we read today, I'm just gonna do a small checkup. You guys need to do you guys need to learn about these on your own for today. These Python assignment operators, learn about them, what it is, how it is done, and others. And let me know if you guys have any problem understanding this. This we have already done. These are thematic operations, and these other operations are done already. We discussed with a small revision and others, and then we move towards the list, dictionaries, tuples, and states. Currently, we haven't discussed what the ordered means, what does changeable means, and what does duplicate members means in list. But we have discussed that as list is denoted by this square bracket, and we discussed the list principle and its indexing methods. Now there are various other thing in list also, so we will go through that tomorrow, and most probably day after tomorrow as well with the assignments. I think it will take time. Tomorrow you might get certain programs to answer it exactly at the very same time, and the one who answers as fast will be the winner from my side. Okay, so that's it. No other questions, so I am stopping the presentation now. Okay, so see you tomorrow, and please join in exactly at 3 p.m. Okay, please join in at exactly at 3 p.m. People keep on joining till 3:30. What they will learn, yaar. Okay, chalo, bye bye. See you tomorrow.